Hi guys, my name is Cindy Hong and today I'll be talking about artificial gravity. And I know what you're thinking. Cindy, we can make fake gravity? And yes we can. Let's get started. One thing that nearly almost all spaceship-based movies have in common is their portrayal of an artificial gravity system. In the movie, people would walk around like they would on Earth, like how Dr. Frank Poole is in 2001's A Space Odyssey. They aren't floating around in their cabin like astronauts aboard the ISS would. And the reason for that is because artificial gravity makes science fiction more relatable and it's a lot easier to shoot. But artificial gravity isn't just for film purposes. It also serves many benefits for astronauts in space. But before we get into that, let's talk about what artificial gravity is and how to produce it. According to dictionary.com's definition, artificial gravity, noun, is a stimulated gravity or a sensation of weight established within a spacecraft by means of this craft's rotation, acceleration, deceleration, or to make it easier for you guys, fake gravity. Artificial gravity is the creation of an inertial force that mimics the effects of a gravitational force, which is usually by rotation. In space, it is possible to create an artificial gravity by spinning the spacecraft or space station, which is the most realistic method out of the others because when it spins, the centripetal force starts to produce a pulling sensation towards the floor that would mimic the effects of gravity. So let's try to put this into perspective. Imagine you went to an amusement park like Lakeside and you wanted to go on a ride like, I don't know, Round Up, and it's the one where you stand up straight and they buckle you down and it's the ride that goes super duper fast and it spins you right around. And what the riders feel is they feel super heavy once they are spinning around and to the point where the floor like goes down and there's no floor to the ride, that you're still standing up straight. In a rotating spaceship that was designed to produce an artificial gravity, you'd walk perpendicular to the wall you're stuck to, and the parallel to be what would be the floor. The wall would be pretty much the floor, and the floor would become the inner wall of the ship. If you get what I'm saying. But it wouldn't exactly be the same since large Coriolis forces would be present and things would fall in curves instead of straight lines, but it's better than nothing. But we cannot forget the fact that it'd be super expensive to do that and there would be some safety issues attached to that. But rotation isn't the only way humans can create artificial gravity. You see, if a rocket ship constantly went as fast as 9.8 meters seconds squared and didn't stop, we can make gravity that way as well. But that is extremely fast, unsafe, and a lot of power we'd have to produce. And as we watch the rocket leave the Earth at that speed, there would be a red shift and the wavelengths are a lot longer compared to if it was coming towards us. Alan Hargens, an orthopedic surgeon at the University of California, San Diego, helped develop the lower body negative pressure device and describes it as an early form of artificial gravity. This device works like a vacuum cleaner so the person can exercise at their normal body weight in space, and astronauts have tested this device and it's been shown to counteract muscles and skeletal problems in studies. Hargens and his colleagues believe that a compact version of this device can be used to extend its space missions to the moon or even Mars. Fingers crossed. For crew members' well-beings, the system could include a virtual environment to simulate walking, running with family members on the beach or in the mountains, said Hargens. But most importantly, the concept would also allow normal weight-bearing and seated postures on the prolonged missions using the suction pressure to reproduce the posture we assumed to 12 to 16 hours each day on Earth. So you guys are wondering, Cindy, why'd you make this stupid video of you just going on and on and on about artificial gravity? Like, why is this so important? Like, why are we sitting here watching this? And I'm here to tell you why. Space agencies are investigating ways to simulate gravity because weightlessness causes so many health problems for astronauts, including back pain, muscle and skeletal problems, and fluid pooling in the upper body. Even readjusting the pressures on the feet and buttocks can be super uncomfortable and hypersensitive to touch when astronauts return back home to Earth or in the future when they land on Mars. Professor Louis Dartel, an astrobiologist at University of Westminster, said your body rapidly adapts to space by shedding muscle and bone mass. He said your spinal muscles, buttocks, muscles, quads, and all are used for holding your posture against gravity and for walking, he said. You have to build those up again over time when you return to Earth. So I feel like this is really important because maybe when we do send people off to Mars, they don't come back hurt and everything. We don't have hospitals in space for when they spend months and months in a spaceship and they land and everything's hurting them. And it's just, artificial gravity has so many benefits for the body and for people. Even though it's not very possible right now, scientists are finding ways to I don't know, amp it up. So hopefully they find us soon and hopefully find Mars and we explore and it'll be a fun time. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you learned something. This is my 3D representation of if my spaceship were to go 9.8 meters seconds squared. Terrible representation, I know.